What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the chat room. I'm Janelle.
And this is Chanel. And we are coming to you with another episode. Today we're going to be talking about mental health. Should mental health be taken serious in the Black community? But before you answer, we're going to get right into this rundown.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about Rihanna. You know, Rihanna's Fenty Beauty is now the busiest beauty brand on Instagram. It has now passed Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm actually really excited about that. Not only because she's an African American woman,
I'm proud,
but because I love Fenty Beauty. Like, really? She has all different types of shades. I love her damn foundation. It's so good. And I just love Rihanna, so I'm really excited about that. And I hope that she keeps on building her brand and becoming one of the top selling beauty brands all over the world.
Definitely. It's crazy like how you could start somewhere and then now you're drifting into a whole nother brand.
Like, I know she don't never have to make music again, to be honest with you.
She doesn't have to do anything, but she's always had this type of attitude where she's like, I'm the performer. Like, I show up to the performances if I want. Like, you guys can't make me do anything. Like, she's always had this type of like assertiveness and this like strong will about her. So like, I am really proud of her with this Fenty, because it was a brilliant idea. Like, the fact that Kylie made a line where it was just like, you know, light colors and, you know, here shades here and there, but Rihanna took it and blew it up, because it's not just about light color. It's actually more Black people with color on their skin than there is people without color.
And Black and darker skinned people, they're the ones who have a hard time finding a foundation that actually matches their skin tone.
So she's like, well, let me go ahead and give them what the people want.
And I don't understand why it took someone so long to do that.
You know, like, it probably had to do with patience, actually studying and reviewing Black girls' skin. And it's like, some people really don't want to do it unless you have a passion for it. And that takes a Black woman.
I agree.
Thank you, Rihanna.
All right, so we're going to jump right into Ja Rule. Ja Rule has launched, I think he's in the process of launching a new app called Icon. It's a celebrity entertainment booking and concierge service. The app allows users to easily hire talent like Cardi B, Ashanti, Future, and more with the click of a button. I think really that's cool. Actually really cool, because now us normal folk can actually, even though we're going to see if we can afford it, but actually go on the app to see how much it is to book a celebrity for an event, instead of kind of go through their booking agent, go through their manager. You may end up booking with a fake person and end up paying a deposit and kind of find out it's not even that person's manager.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know it's all these fake pages. People be on a whole other type of scam shit. So
it makes them a lot more marketable, which is pretty cool. Like, that's really
But
cool.
The only thing about that is, let's see how many celebrities actually sign up to do it. Because you know how some celebrities are. They be acting funny. Yeah. And they don't like the support.
It seemed like you would probably work yourself hard if you was to go on there. Like, because it's people like the names he mentioned, Cardi B, like Ashanti. Cardi B is probably booked. Like,
I'm pretty
You know what I mean? Now, Ashanti, she's probably not as booked. So he could, honestly, if he play his cards right, he could probably get the people who need booking.
I agree.
And steer his app towards them, and he will make so much money, because so many people who don't have that much attention or limelight, they need those bookings, and they have good music and they have a good audience,
right? Like people like Jagged Edge, like all those old school people who
Pretty
may not
Ricky,
be getting
like how
who
they
may
just
not
got a
be
show.
Getting as many bookings as those big artists. They want that little change that they're gonna get.
Yeah.
So
and we forget them. So if you have them on an app, then definitely we'll be able to book them. So going into mental health, as we said, should mental health be taken more serious in the Black community? What's your perspective on that?
I feel like mental health should definitely be taken more seriously in the Black community, because I feel like when you go to, like, for example, if I was to go to my parents and tell them I'm depressed or I'm having mental health issues, they'll go tell me, go pray about it, go seek God, go to church. Like, to me, you could always, of course I'm gonna speak to God, of course I'm gonna pray on it, but that can't really help me with my problems. And they think that God is a quick fix for that, and that's their number one answer. Pray about it, go to church. Like, they don't take it serious. Like, it's a serious thing. Like, people out here are really killing themselves, committing suicide, cutting, because they don't have anyone that believes them, or anyone to talk to, or anyone that's willing to listen to them.
Right.
So I think it should be taken more seriously in the Black community, especially because right now you have Kanye West, who's having mental health issues and people are laughing at him thinking it's a
Right.
joke. No, it's not a joke. It's not funny.
Yeah.
He got mental health problems and it shouldn't be taken lightly.
Yeah, I think it's a huge thing because we're such strong built people, but we have this thing where we try to mold the outside of us so much to make it look like we're so strong, but we are hurting inside, especially Black people. Like with the things that we've gone through prior, we're literally trying to break these generational curses that we have, that we're going through, that we don't even think we're going through, because it's a generational thing and it just gets passed down. So I think mental health definitely should be taken more seriously. It shouldn't be taken as a joke. And even though going to church probably could help a little bit, we have to learn how to give that healing to ourselves, and it comes from a family as well. Like hanging out with your family, talking to them, like being understood. It's all about just having someone hear you out most of the time when it comes to mental health. When you don't have no one that hears you out, you feel alone.
I agree.
So it's definitely about hearing out, even if it sounds crazy. The fact that someone's just listening to you, it heals so many wounds like unimaginable.
I agree, and I feel like a lot of times when you do go to people and try to like express yourself or tell them that you're having mental health problems or you're depressed or what have you, they don't really get it. They just think that, you know what I mean, oh, you're tripping, oh, that's not true. They don't really
Right.
actually try to sit down and understand and listen to what you're trying to say. But I feel like with mental health, it's definitely something that should be taken seriously in our Black community,
Right.
especially if something that I feel like is definitely something that is inherited and can be
Yeah.
inherited.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be ignored, because you have to look at it
Right.
like, okay, if I have kids,
Mm-hmm.
is it going to be passed down to my children?
Yeah, that's an important part, because Taraji Henson actually brings that up. Shout out to her, y'all. What man want for to go see her today? Y'all go check her out, okay? When she said her I think it was her dad had mental health.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she talked about that, and she was like, she I think she's creating like a nonprofit organization right now for mental health people, and because she's seen how it affect her dad so much in her life, that she wanted to kind of give back and help people who are going through the same thing. And I think that was like one of her ways that made her want to get a way out, because of the issues like her dad was going through. Like she just wanted to just get out and get into acting and follow her dreams, but that takes a very strong person. Like it didn't pass down to her, clearly, but it's still, it can be inherited, or maybe it can't. Like, do you think it's hereditary?
I think it can be hereditary. I don't think it's that common to be hereditary. I think you have to have a severe case of it to be hereditary.
Yeah. Do you think it's curable? Like, do you think it's something you could cure by yourself, or you have to go to the doctor?
I mean, for me, I had postpartum depression after I had my daughter, and that was something I cured myself pretty much.
Oh wow. I think we should talk about that.
Yeah, that was something that was something.
Let us know if y'all want us to talk about that post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, I had postpartum really bad, and I just cured it myself. I didn't talk to anybody about it.
Yeah.
It was just something that it just passed over time.
That's good. It was probably your mind, like, so strong about it. That's
Yeah.
Honestly, our mind is so strong. Like, you really don't even have to go to certain things, like the hospital and stuff like that. Do you think mental health is being aware of how you think, like how your mind operates? As
Like,
far as,
what
like,
do you mean by that?
like when they say mental health and you're going through something mentally, you feel like we have more awareness of our thoughts, that we'll be able to
I feel
kinda
like
help ourselves.
Yeah,
in a
I
way,
feel like
cure
if you know who you are and you know where you want to be and you know how you want to think, I feel like you can help yourself. Like if you're depressed or something and you know you want to be happy and you know you don't want to be in this space, you can get yourself out of it by doing different things. Writing, journaling,
Right.
Reading the Bible, praying.
Right.
I feel like those are things that can help you get out of it.
Right.
But it's not
Okay.
a fix. It's not like something that can cure, but it can help you.
Right. Okay, so I think we talked a little about it being hereditary, being passed down in the family. Do you think it's like very common in families, I guess? Do we think it's very common?
I feel like it's
Maybe in the
very.
Black.
I feel like it is very common in families. We just don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. Like my mom, she didn't know I had postpartum.
Yeah.
I didn't talking to anyone about
Right.
it. So it's like a lot of people in your family may be depressed or maybe going through mental
True.
health, but you don't know about it because they're too afraid to speak on it.
Right.
Because they may be getting judged, or she's crazy, or she's a crazy one in the family. She's tripping.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Black people. I feel like there's people in general. They're so quick to judge and to criticize people that
Yeah.
no one wants to speak up on anything, especially today on social media.
And that's right.
You post anything on social media, that shit gonna get dragged from here to there, and it's crazy.
Right, and it seems honestly like in white families, like mental health has always been there, you know, and they deal with things a little bit different. And I feel like we have to learn how to deal with it in a way where we're not just like, oh yeah, okay, well, she's gonna be okay, and like everything's gonna be. We have to really like put our hands on it and really deal with it and understand what it is, because it can get worse. People are, like you said, are killing each other, are killing themselves. But a lot of black people, like, we be like, I ain't finna kill myself. But there's some people who will. Right. Like, there are some people who will, and they don't have strong people around them that can help them like think differently or whatever. Like, I've been to a suicide function event, and they talked about a little girl killing herself, like 7.
That's crazy.
You know, and she probably was going through some mental things. Like, how can you be going through something? You're only 7. If only you knew.
Right, yeah.
If only you knew, you know? And even going with experiencing anxiety, people think, I mean, I don't feel like anxiety is something that could be inherited or passed down, but I do feel like it is steered from a place of like things happening in your life. I've experienced anxiety, and when I've actually spoken to my dad about it, he thought I was tripping and was like, oh, you're crazy and you're this and that. I can see him doing, you know, like and that. Literally sent me to the hospital, you know, and I'm like, dang, it made me realize, like, you rather send me to the hospital than to really sit down and talk with me. And that tells you, like, some people they need to heal themselves as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's not just a fix. You send me to the hospital, then what? I'm still going to be here going through stuff, and it's not going to go away. So family issues definitely stir anxiety, traumatic events, unhealed wounds, life and death situations, near-death experiences, and just even traumatic events. Like, all those things could be anxiety.